Hello Internet, my name is Roro and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about why I love playing the game Palia so much, so let's get right into it. So for anyone who doesn't know, Palia is an MMORPG style game. I guess you could say it's like a cozy farming type game, that genre. And it's made by a company called Singularity 6, which consists of ex-developers from Blizzard, from Epic Games, from Riot, etc. So it's people that have, experience in this industry with games that are already successful. And I'm someone who's played a lot of World of Warcraft in my life, and Palia has given me a feeling that I've been looking for in MMORPG style games for years and have not found. But I'll get more into that in a little bit. I want to talk about the game itself, Palia, for a little bit. So the first thing about Palia is that it is still in open beta. So everything about the game, potentially in my mind, is subject to change. I'm sure there won't be like radical full changes to the game. From the vibe that I get, the game is essentially completed, but they're just, bug fixing, adding new stuff, managing the game as any other developer would. But in my mind, I'm not getting too attached to anything just in case it does change before the final release, which is supposedly coming end of this year, end of 2023. And the way I've been describing the game to people is essentially Stardew Valley, but it plays like it's an MMORPG. It's not the top-down camera that a lot of these kind of cozy farming games are. Even like something like Animal Crossing, it doesn't have the same like feeling of play as like an MMORPG. But the gameplay itself is very similar to Stardew Valley if you really break it down, with like having your home, having your farming, interacting with the villagers, having relationships with the people in the town, stuff like that. And Stardew Valley is a game that I've played, but I never got super into it. I didn't fully connect to the game. And I don't know exactly why, but it just wasn't enough for me in certain ways. And also, as I get older, certain games are not fun for me to play anymore. Like, I literally can't play first-person shooter games anymore. I just can't do it. I get a headache, my eyes get tired. I just don't have the stamina to play them. I don't have the skills. It's hard for me to have fun playing a game where the stakes are that high and you have to move that quickly. But I'm also not just going to sit here and play like, solitaire all day. Like, I need something a little bit more stimulating than that. So I've discovered that Palia is really the perfect game for my pace right now. And it's super fun. I've been having a ton of fun playing the game to the point where like I think about it when I'm not playing it. And that's a feeling that I haven't had with a game in a very long time. So as you can see from the gameplay footage, I'm not very far in this game yet, but I've only also been playing it for like a week. But I have been following the development of Palia for probably a year at least, maybe a little longer. And I was paying attention to it when they kind of first announced it, and then I stopped paying attention to it for a while. I was in the Discord for a little bit, and then I wasn't, because my mentality with games that are not yet released, such as something like Ashes of Creation, I'll use that as an example. Ashes of Creation looks like such a good game, and they release so many updates, just keeping people, up to date with what's happening with the game. But I don't want to be disappointed, and I want to just play it when it comes out, because that's going to be the ultimate test for any game, is are people playing it, and do people continue to play it after release? So that's kind of what happened with Palia. I was super excited about it when I first heard about it, and it looked super fun. I wanted to play it really bad, but then I kind of was like, you know what? I'm not going to pay attention to this. I'm just going to wait till it comes out. And technically it's not out yet. It's in open beta, but I've been playing the open beta. Me and my partner have actually been playing together, and we've both been having a really fun time just being in the world. One of my favorite things of all time to do in any game is to gather resources. So either chopping trees, mining, foraging, stuff like that. And Palia has nailed that aspect. That's like a core part of the game. And also like crafting and stuff. Like, I have my furnace going at my house. I have my little saw table making wooden planks. I can go out in the world. I can get some copper. I can get some stone. I can get some clay to make into ceramic. All that kind of stuff is my favorite aspect of most games, but Palia specifically, I think they absolutely nailed it. I haven't gotten too much into like the customization yet because I just got my house in the game. So again, like I said, I'm not very far in the game, but I really wanted to just make a video talking about it because a lot of people are talking about this game right now, but I feel like there's people that would like this game that are not currently playing it, like MMO players potentially, because it's not a typical MMO. Honestly, it doesn't really feel that much like an MMO to me, but hopefully in the future they'll add more like actual multiplayer elements to the game. But I think there's a feeling that comes from this game that I haven't gotten since, as I mentioned earlier, World of Warcraft was a game that I played a ton. And this game gives me a very similar feeling that I got. It's not a similar game, but it gives me a similar feeling. So let me explain. And I'm someone that grew up playing World of Warcraft. That was like my game from vanilla WoW back in 2007. I played it consistently through like 2012, took a break, and I always come back to the game, you know? A lot of World of Warcraft players will stop for years, come back and play, stop again, and I always kind of revert back to it. And part of it is for nostalgia, but part of it is because I truly just really like that format of gameplay. But the one thing that I'm not that interested in anymore is getting to the end game and doing raids and, you know, chasing gear, stuff like that. None of that competition and competitive element of gaming is interesting to me anymore now that I'm older. So I, like many other MMO players, are constantly trying to find a new MMO that I can basically just know life. And I've tried a lot of different games and I've had fun with some of them, but none of them have really given me that same feeling as World of Warcraft. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. So what I realized is that I truly like the games that are more simple and more quote unquote cozy, because in Palia there's no combat at all and you can't die. So the stakes are always very low. You never have that feeling where you need to like do something urgently. Everything can move at your own pace and everything is just really chill. And I think this game is perfect for old lazy WoW players that no longer have the energy to really commit to endgame content and they just want to casually play an RPG, an MMO, and just have fun. You know, not have to commit to a schedule for raids, not have to, you know, commit to dailies and to really make sure you get all the gear that you need or whatever, the achievements that you need. Like, there are achievements in Palia and there is stuff in Palia that, you know, you are going to feel inspired to want to strive to get, but the stakes are very low because you can just pretty much do whatever you want and nothing's going to really happen. You know, it's not like you're going to miss out on something if you don't do it unless it's like a special event, but that's different because that's a time constraint type of thing. So I personally think that a lot more people will probably play this game when it actually is fully released than they are now. I think. I guess we'll see how it does when it, you know, comes out on Switch and comes out full release on PC, but I anticipate myself playing this game for a long time. So the game is free. It's in open beta right now. I don't know. The game's not free. It's in open beta. So yeah, definitely go check it out if it seems interesting to you. I'm probably not going to make like a bunch of videos about Palia because I don't want to be like a video game creator in that way, but I'll definitely be using it for, you know, gameplay footage from it for my videos in the future. If you've been on the channel for a while, this is kind of like a classic style video that I've been doing. I'm kind of in this like experimental phase with my channel where I'm trying different things out. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I put a new video out every Sunday. I'm a little tired today. I don't know if that's coming through. But yeah, I'm feeling a little weird today, but I just wanted to make this video because this game has been really fun and kind of been the highlight of my days recently. So hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video.